Now you can sing something like possibly I need a wife, you know, for the brothers.
Exactly.
When you get them married, because Islam obviously encourages this to be with a woman, but the way that is pleasing to the Creator in marriage.
Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to say. I was getting to the point where it's like the females, you start to realize, hey, after, you know, everything is said and done, you're trying to find the most polite way to remove this, you know, sister out of your life. Because what's done is done, and, you know, everything is cool. But at that point, you start to realize, listen, this is someone's sister. This is someone's daughter. This is someone's mother. So like you said, marriage is very important. It's something that alleviates all these desires. It's something that alleviates all of these actions. And then you can quickly expunge some of the desires of the women that might be, you know, drawn to you. Like, sister, I'm married. That kills a lot, you know what I'm saying? That stops a lot, and it alleviates the harm for both parties. I'm married. I can't condone these type of things. You know I'm married. I know you don't want to deal with a guy that's married. Cool. What advice do you have? Because we know a lot of people that, like you said earlier, Islam is clear. All the evidence is there. But the desire of wanting success, what we supposedly look at success like the lifestyle that you were living, people paint that as, okay, that's the ultimate success. And people now will have those moments that they dig deep down inside and they know, look, I'm not happy, but they get caught up with the cars, they get caught up with the money, and everyone is going through this. How do you break through that and not submit to your desires, but submit to the one? Exactly. I would say find success in Allah. But the reality of it is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has replaced everything that was in my life that was haram and gave me things that are halal. For instance, my phone used to ring a lot. Nothing but haram. Nothing but issues that dealt with haram. Tell us, we have a lot of non-Muslims watching. You said a couple Arabic words. So they don't have to take an Arabic class. Haram, prohibited. Prohibited, meaning, yeah, meaning no good. You know what I'm saying? Not allowed. And halal, meaning permissible. Meaning that it is allowed. So I would get plenty of phone calls from people who would want to indulge in things that were haram. Now my phone rings, I find myself giving the brother salams. That peace that we gave each other. That greeting that we gave each other. And not only that, I find myself doing things that are halal. You know what I'm saying? Like talking to people who might be interested in Islam and trying to guide them to a better understanding of what Islam is through my example and through, you know, what was given to me. And also just, you know, eating halal. You know what I'm saying? Eating better. You know, I don't eat food that's, you know, not permissible. I eat food that's halal, you know. Stay away from pork, stay away from things, you know. And it's just, Allah gave me the audience that I had before. You know, I still have the same young brothers and sisters that was intrigued by my musical career. Now all of them has embraced me as a brother of Islam. I have more siblings now than I've ever had in my life, you know what I'm saying? And I've been embraced by a brotherhood that surpasses any, like, temporary relationship I might have had with anybody that was in the business with me or anybody that I grew up with in the street, you know. And not to discredit any of my relationships, but the reality of it is Allah has removed a lot of these things that caused me harm and placed me in harm and danger, and now I just live a very free, peaceful life, and I wouldn't give this up for nothing in the world. No money can buy what you have now. No money can buy peace and contentment. Like I said, the cure is free. You're paying for the disease. Tell us, have you gotten a chance to interact with some of the people from Bad Boy Records, Puff Daddy? Have they said, what happened, brother? Have you got a chance to share this wonderful story of yours? I bumped into Puff a couple months ago. Busta Rhymes, who's also a Muslim, Raekwon, who's also a Muslim. And it seemed like a reunion because everyone was there. Jay-Z, Q-Tip, Puff. It just seemed like a reunion. But it was so funny because I stood there for a while. Nobody noticed me because I had grew my beard out. And, you know, I'm just standing in the cut. But when I met Puff, you know, we laugh and chuckle. We have a brotherhood that's still, you know what I'm saying, we have a relationship that's still there, you know what I'm saying. We've done a lot of things together. And I think he was very receptive to what I was, you know, upon. And at the same token, it's always a pleasure to see him. And there's always, you know, a benefit to be around him because, like I said, he's an icon. He's a major influence on a lot of people. And when the time is right, Allah knows best, you know what I'm saying? Inshallah, I will be able to, you know, consult him in an environment that's suitable. And maybe one day, inshallah, you never know, Puff Daddy might become a Muslim. What advice, closing comments, and suggestions for those
who are trying to mimic the hip-hop phenomenons and people who are in your position, what advice so they don't go ahead and touch the hot stove? You know how you tell a child, you know, the stove is hot and they just got to go and hunt and burn so they don't have to go and take a long journey, because death can reach you at any time. Definitely. And maybe you don't come back to where you were, you know, to finding that peace. What advice do you have?
My advice would be, you know, if you're trying to, you know, incorporate a love for music, just be mindful that there's a lifestyle that comes with the music that kind of like, you know, destroys the whole positive effort of trying to just exercise a love for music. It kind of cancels out. You can't have one without the other. You do the music, you're going to indulge in the lifestyle that comes with the music. And the lifestyle itself is definitely something that you don't want to get involved with, because it draws the guts out you. It draws everything that's pure inside you. And it's just something that, you know, removes the peace of mind that you might have had before you came into business. Some people feel like these desires are going to lead them somewhere, but the reality of it is, take my advice, you know, there's going to be a breaking point. There's going to be a point where you're going to find yourself overexerted, exhausted, overworked, and the benefits are not going to add up. So the reality of it is, you know, don't just take my advice, but try to take my advice. For real, it's serious.
Brother, thank you very much for being with us here on the Dean Show.
Man, pleasure being you. Man, Eddie, he's a good man.
Thank you, man.
Thank
Allah
you very much.
Continue to bless you as He has.
Ameen.
By opening your heart and to this wonderful way of life. And I'd like to thank you for being with us on another episode of the Dean Show. Every week we're here trying to help you understand this beautiful way of life.
Beautiful.
All the messengers of God, they submitted to the one God. Try to strive to live that good, wholesome life. Try to give birth what's already inside of you, that goodness. Bring it out. Ask for the guidance. It's very simple.
Yeah.
And the truth shall be made clear. Hopefully we'll see you next time here on the Dean Show. Until then, assalamu alaikum. Peace.